Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Wrexham AFC FIFA 23 career mode. The Dragons have new owners in the form of Hollywood stars Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, and they are determined to turn this club into a real powerhouse. As the new season approached, Wrexham AFC has several top players in their squad, including the experienced goalkeeper Ben Foster and the prolific striker Paul Mullin. But after an analysis of the club's strengths and weaknesses, we have decided that we needed to invest in the team's defense. We have scoured the market for the best available players within our budget and managed to secure the services of a talented central defensive midfielder from the Netherlands named Tom van der Looy. Tom is only 23 years old and had been playing for Brescia and was ready for a new challenge in a more competitive league. Wrexham AFC has also signed the 21-year-old Emmanuel Longello, a promising left wing back from Birmingham City in the EFL Championship. This exciting signing is backed by the club's new owners Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, who are determined to take the club to new heights. Longello's arrival is a sign that Wrexham is moving in the right direction and that exciting times are ahead for the club and its fans. Emmanuel Longello, Wrexham AFC's new left wing back, has also expressed his happiness at joining the Welsh club. The 21-year-old is excited to be part of Wrexham's ambitious project under the new owners Ryan and Rob and is looking forward to developing as a player and helping the team achieve its goals. It was a day that Wrexham AFC fans had been eagerly anticipating for months. After all the excitement of new ownership, new signings and a wave of optimism around the club, the time had finally come for the Dragons to kick off their first game in EFL League 2 against Gillingham. As the teams lined up for kick-off, there was a sense of nervous anticipation in the air. Wrexham's starting 11 featured some big names, including the legendary goalkeeper Ben Foster, who had recently joined the club in a shock move. But it was the two new signings who really caught the eye. Tom van der Looy, a dynamic midfielder signed from Brescia, and Emmanuel Longello, a promising left wing back from Birmingham City, were both making their debuts for the Dragons. Up front, the strike partnership of Paul Mullin and Ollie Palmer looked like a formidable duo. Well folks, Wrexham AFC put on a show for the ages as they took on Gillingham in what can only be described as a lopsided affair. The final scoreline was 4-0 in favour of the home team. And let me tell you, it was a sight to behold. Lee was the star of the show, scoring not one but two goals that left the Gillingham defenders scratching their heads in disbelief. He was like a man possessed out there, running circles around his opponents and leaving them in his wake. It was a performance for the ages, one that will be talked about for years to come. But he wasn't the only one who shone on the day. Ollie Palmer got in on the act as well, netting a goal that was so perfectly placed it looked like he had a GPS chip in the ball. And Paul Mullin rounded out the scoring with a goal of his own, putting the icing on the cake for Wrexham AFC. It was a day that the fans will never forget, and neither will the Gillingham players, who looked like they were trying to run through quicksand for most of the game. Wrexham AFC were just too good, too quick, and too skillful for their opponents. And as the final whistle blew, they could hold their heads high, knowing that they had put on a show that was truly worthy of the history books. Boy oh boy, Wrexham AFC is on fire. The team is winning left, right and centre like it's their job, which it technically is. You guys are playing like pros, which they actually are. Round 3 of the Papa John's Trophy, check. Round 3 of the FA Cup, check. First place in the league, check and mate baby. You guys are making the competitions look like a bunch of toddlers trying to play football. Okay, there was that one bummer when we got knocked out of the Carabao Cup, but who cares about that anyway? That just means we get to focus on the more important stuff like upgrading our hot dog machine or maybe the bench for Mark Howard. But remember, there's still a long way to go in the season and a lot of opponents who would love nothing more than to take us down a peg or two. But for now, let's bask in the glow of all those glorious victories.
Many months later.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an exciting game of football between Wrexham AFC and Walsall we have today. With the EFL League 2 Championship on the line, both teams will be looking to give it their all and come away with the win. Wrexham AFC come into this game on the back of some impressive form, having won their last 5 games in a row. Led by the dynamic duo of Paul Mullin and Ollie Palmer, they have been scoring goals for fun and will be looking to continue that trend today. On the other hand, Walsall will be looking to spoil the party and play the role of the spoiler. They have struggled for form of late, but with nothing to lose they will be looking to throw caution to the wind and give it their all in the pursuit of victory. With so much on the line, this promises to be a game that will have you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. So sit back, relax and get ready for what promises to be a truly exciting game of football. Well folks, what a day it was for Wrexham AFC as they secured the EFL League 2 Championship in style with a 7-0 thumping of Walsall. It was a performance that was so dominant it made the Harlem Globetrotters look like amateurs. Paul Mullin and Ollie Palmer were the heroes of the day, both scoring hat-tricks that left the Walsall defenders crying for their mums. It was like watching a game of pinball out there with the ball pinging around the Walsall box like it was on a string. Mullin and Palmer were like a double act that could rival Ant and Dec. They were that good. But wait, there's more. Walsall's goalkeeper then decided to join in on the fun, scoring an own goal that had the Wrexham fans laughing so hard they almost fell out of their seats. It was like watching a Benny Hill sketch, only instead of chasing each other around with ridiculous music in the background they were scoring own goals. In the end, it was a day to remember for Wrexham AFC and one that they will be talking about for years to come. They put on a performance that was so good it was almost unfair on poor Walsall. But hey, that's football for you, and sometimes you just have to take your medicine and move on. Congratulations to Wrexham AFC, the EFL League 2 champions, and let's hope they bring their A game to the next level. And that's a wrap, folks. What an episode of Wrexham AFC to glory we just witnessed. We're setting our sights on the EFL League One. And let me tell you, we're going to be the talk of the town. We've got the players, the fans, and the heart to make it all the way to the EFL Championship. Sure, it might be a long and winding road, but we've got the spirit and determination to see it through. Who knows what the future holds? Maybe we'll see Paul Mullin score a goal with his head, or Ollie Palmer pull off a Rabona. Maybe we'll see a goalkeeper score a hat-trick of own goals against us. We can dream, right? But one thing's for sure, it's going to be a season full of laughter, tears, and maybe a few more red cards than we'd like. So join us next time on Wrexham AFC to glory, where we'll be taking on the EFL League One and fighting tooth and nail for promotion. Until then, keep supporting the team, keep singing those chants, and let's show the world what Wrexham AFC is made of.